Welcome to Young Patriots.
Imagine this. Ouagadougou wakes up to the roar of hundreds of engines, the thunder of 450 bikers tearing through the streets, their leather jackets glinting under the Sahel sun. They're not just any bikers. They've come from 10 different African countries, braving long roads and countless borders to converge on one man, Captain Ibrahim Traore. The president of Burkina Faso stood at the gates of the presidential palace, not to greet foreign diplomats or European financiers, but a roaring sea of African power bikers, united by passion, resilience, and an unmistakable message. Africa must rise, Africa must unite, and Africa must be free. What did Traore tell them when they finally stood face to face? And why is this moment far more powerful than 1,000 political? On September 29, 2025, Ouagadougou was transformed into something resembling a movie set. Imagine more than 500 motorcyclists from across West Africa and beyond, roaring into the capital for the 72 hours of bikers of Burkina Faso. Their theme was more than a slogan. It was a manifesto. Motorcycles and responsible citizens, resilience, sovereignty, integration, and road safety. To some, it might have looked like a gathering of adrenaline seekers, but beneath the chrome, the helmets, and the deafening engines lay something far deeper, a political and cultural statement that Africa is no longer afraid to ride together, to break barriers, to defy borders. And the bikers have a powerful message thus. Where is the insecurity, they asked. We rode across from different countries and borders, and here we are without experiencing any attackers. And standing in the middle of it all was Captain Ibrahim Traore, a man accused by some in the West of being too radical, too revolutionary, and too uncompromising. Yet to these bikers, he was a brother, a leader, and a symbol of African defiance against the suffocating weight of neocolonialism. When they gathered in his office, still dripping with the sweat of their long road journey, Traore didn't treat them like mere visitors. He looked at them as ambassadors of a greater cause. His words were not scripted. They were fire flowing straight from the heart. Through your passion, he told them, you have succeeded in bringing together all of West Africa and even beyond. And I believe you can unite all of Africa. The bikers listened and the room fell silent. Then he went further, hitting at the core of Africa's greatest wound, its artificial borders. We no longer want borders, Traore declared. We want Africans to be able to move freely across their land, the land of their ancestors. Can you imagine? From Conakry to Addis Ababa, from Dakar to Johannesburg, a continent without checkpoints, without colonial-era barriers designed to divide and weaken. It was not just a dream. It was a rallying cry. But what made this gathering so unique was that it wasn't staged in air-conditioned hotels or discussed behind closed doors with foreign envoys. These were ordinary Africans, citizens on motorcycles, who risked dangerous roads and hostile perceptions to ride all the way to Burkina Faso. As Abdelaziz Konate, the president of the Faso Motorcyclist Club, put it, we wanted to contribute to your fight by showing the rest of the world that Burkina Faso is not a red destination. Think about that. While the Western media paints Burkina Faso as a country under siege, unlivable and dangerous, Africans themselves are rewriting the narrative by showing up, on the ground, in the streets, on their bikes. And Traore seized that message, amplifying it for the world. He reminded them that their responsibility went beyond passion. Raising awareness among the youth about road safety, he stressed, was vital. Here in Africa, roads take many lives, and we often see irresponsible behavior, especially among the youth. You are raising great awareness, and I am very proud of this. Continue on this path. He connected the thrill of the motorcycle to the urgent issues of survival, resilience, and unity. He made them realize they were not just bikers, they were teachers, ambassadors, role models. There was another message woven into his words, one that touched every rider in that room. Infrastructure. He told them, I know that to live your passion, you need roads, good roads. We have understood the message, and Burkina has committed to building very large and very good roads for you. It wasn't just about the bikers. It was about a country that has suffered decades of exploitation, now finally determined to build with its own hands for its own people. A promise that the roads of Africa would not just lead to mines controlled by foreign corporations, but would connect African cities, African people, African dreams. And then came a powerful anecdote that cut straight through the propaganda war waged against Burkina Faso. Traoré recalled European doctors who came to Ouagadougou after being warned not to, told the city was a war zone filled with checkpoints and chaos. Yet when they arrived, they saw none of that. No endless gunfire, no apocalyptic ruin. They extended their stay, enjoyed the hospitality, and confessed, "What is said in the media has nothing to do with what we see." By sharing this, Traoré wasn't just speaking to the bikers. He was speaking to every African watching, urging them not to be prisoners of outside narratives, but to see their continent with their...
Thank you for standing with us, for standing with the truth, and for standing with President Ibrahim Traoré. In these trying times, your voice is powerful. Don't just watch, be part of the movement. Subscribe to stay updated, share to awaken others, and head to the comment section. Tell us how you feel, what you believe, and what Africa means to you. Together we are louder, together we are stronger. This is Young Patriots TV, and you are the heartbeat of the mission. Thank you.